even when young people are incarcerated or put through systems like the youth justice system, they're more or less traumatized. And I think that if you can avoid that and giving them that experience, there might be a positive, significant difference in their lives.
The National Network for Youth represents what is possible when policy and practice is founded on recognizing the root causes of homelessness for young people and valuing a diversity of partnerships to achieve our goals. Youth justice means less young people of color are entering the foster care system, and instead, their families and communities are provided with the social supports that they need and opportunities to achieve upward economic mobility.
The youth homelessness field has evolved rapidly in the last few years due to the release of national data for the first time in 2017. For the first time, we have data showing unequivocally and comprehensively that certain groups of young people are more likely to experience homelessness unaccompanied by a parent or adult. This includes youth of color, LGBTQ youth, systems-involved youth, unmarried parenting youth, and youth who do not have a graduate high school degree or have achieved the equivalent experience, with most young people experiencing couch surfing, sleeping on a park bench in shelters.
Our youth and young people are not respected. They're not truly heard. And when those in power listen, they aim to respond, not to fully understand.
If we're talking about supporting young people and their goals and their aspirations in this life, we need to make sure that organizations, funders, community-based programs are taking care of these young people, nurturing them.
Up to 25 of youth who experience homelessness are also trafficked for sex, labor, or both. As a result, we must act with urgency and focusing on where we can have the biggest impact.
Organizations should be willing to receive training from youth with lived experiences. Funders should be willing to pay for mental health services, and specifically ones that are trauma-informed. Allies can advocate for trauma-informed training within organizations that serve youth with homelessness and foster care experience.
We need for cities to be more transparent in their efforts to serve our young people. We need for communities to make more collaborative efforts.
Youth who are demonstrating aggressive behaviors are often responding out of trauma. Calling the police on them only re-traumatizes them.
We value our connections to community-based youth service provider partners in over 300 communities across this country, and we value youth-centric policies and programs that equitably serve the needs of all young people experiencing any form of homelessness.
Youth justice means that every young person who experiences any form of homelessness, whether it's couch surfing, living on the streets, staying in a shelter, or staying in a car, all forms of homelessness should have equal access to the housing and services that they need and not face any discrimination based on race, sexual orientation, gender identity, disability, mental health, or substance use disorders.
My vision for youth justice starts first and foremost with professions, all professions, doctors, lawyers, teachers, social workers, the criminal justice system, everyone creating interventions that support our youth and young people as a team.
My vision for youth justice in my community is that youth are not criminalized for their expressions of trauma as it relates to their homelessness or child welfare experiences.
Overall, my vision more or less is that young people are leading, these initiatives, and they're being taken seriously, and their opinions and their testimonies are being considered in all the work being done to create new programming, to create, programs that are eventually going to service the young people of tomorrow.
Youth justice means that no young person experiences one day of homelessness in America. We really need flexible funding that supports both programs and organizational functions such as communications, administration, and general operating support.